This is Under the Classic Rock. Today we're pulling out 50 years of Yes.
I will remember you.
Bill Bruford, Yes's original drummer, once described the band as multicultural and multi-ethnic. He was not describing the personal makeup of the band, but the musical influences of the band.
Every little thing she does for me, yeah.
Yes pulled elements and actual melodies from country music, jazz, classical, and were even influenced by American TV themes. Yours Is No Disgrace, according to Bruford, was pulled from the 1960s American TV show Bonanza. Yes was one of the original progressive rock bands of the early 70s, and a great example of music being the driving force of the band and not personnel. Yes has had dozens of very good players over the years. In the formative years, it was always the music driving musicians in and out of the band. John Anderson once described the band as a musical bus that was going along a certain path, and personnel would jump on and off as the music needed the strengths of different individuals.
Tell your mama, she'd only tell you that she told you so.
The original Yes Band was put together by John Anderson and Chris Squire in 1968 and continues to this day, though with none of the original members performing in it.
What?
On the first Yes album in 1969, named simply Yes, the band did a mixture of rearranged cover songs and original music from John Anderson. The band kept evolving and didn't really start making worldwide noise until guitarist Steve Howe joined with his clean, almost Wes Montgomery approach to the band's sound that was featured on their third studio album, The Yes Album. In the early 70s, the attitude at some record companies, like Atlantic Records with the creative spirit of Ahmet Ertegun, was to let bands experiment and come up with whatever they thought was great music. Now, it took great talent to do this. That kind of creative atmosphere does not really exist in the larger record companies because of the parent companies and their P&L statements. In the early 70s, Yes took complete advantage of that creative atmosphere to create a brand of classic rock called progressive rock. Original Yes drummer Bill Bruford left Yes in 1972 for King Crimson right after Close to the Edge was finished. Steve Howe said if you listen to the early 70s Yes songs, the influence was more on the melodies because of Bruford's melodic style. When Alan White took the drum chair, the emphasis became more rhythm-based. As you may know, the title track of Close to the Edge took up the whole first side of the vinyl album, and according to Bruford, was recorded in minute segments. The band had no idea of its ending. It was just the luck of the very talented musicians making that record that it ended so successfully. Yes has been given the title by Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin as the greatest progressive rock band ever. They continued that through the late 70s with the extended cuts that really reflected the graphic in their videos if you look at them, especially with albums like Tales from Topographic Oceans and Relayer. When the band got to Drama in 1980, founding member John Anderson was replaced with Trevor Horn, and keyboardist Rick Wakeman also went on hiatus. As I stated in the beginning of this segment of Under the Classic Rock, it was always the music pushing the band forward, with members falling in and out, sometimes progressive, sometimes even pop. In the US, Yes never had a number one album, and their only number one single was Owner of a Lonely Heart. Yes fans are still hanging around, and the Yes sound has weaved in and out of progressive rock and pop throughout the years. It's been a bone of contention with classic rock fans about why this highly talented progressive rock band never got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's not right.
Right. In 2014, Yes released their 21st album called Heaven and Earth, and it was the last album for founding member Chris Squire. He died of leukemia in 2015. Some true and false before we slide Yes off the turntable here. Yes was never inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. False. They were finally inducted in 2017. And true, Chris Squire was the only member of the band that has played on every single Yes album. Thanks for listening and downloading Under the Classic Rock. I'm Bill Hemberger, and you can help support the show to keep it rocking on by going to undertheclassicrock.com and finding something that you like. Talk to you next time on Under the Classic Rock.